Welcome to Envirotube. I'm here in the bush at Ku-ring-gai and I've just done a recce. In a little while, now that I know what we're going to do, I'm going to council, pick up some volunteers from the Wild Things Association, and we're going to place some Eastern Pygmy Possum nest boxes. We're actually getting out there. We're going to go out to a bit of prime pygmy possum habitat, but they've never been located there. So the idea is we put them there and hopefully within 2 weeks we'll have pygmy possums moving in. If you follow our instructions, you'll be able to set up your own pygmy possum habitat very, very easily, very, very quickly.
This one has to be able to pull out and swing.
This area has been determined as prime pygmy possum habitat, so by the council ecologist. So the thought is they've never been officially identified here, but it's exactly where they would want to be. Because it's known that pygmy possums will move into these nest boxes very quickly, that if we put them out there, it's like build it and they will move in. One of the advantages of this is, if something moves in that we don't want, we've got a base. They're easy to clean out the way they're constructed. Okay, so this is like the 7 dwarves off to work. Look, I thought this had some potential in that there's lots of flowering acacias and stuff at the moment. We have to go in and explore. Okay, so I thought, let's just head into the bush. Well, I reckon there's quite a bit of food. Yeah. Potentially, anyway. Look, there's a tree we could fasten something to. The council ecologist was saying he reckons they get better results when it's horizontal rather than vertical.
Why?
You have more sort of living space when it's horizontal. Not only does the pygmy possum go in this hole, but it's also safe from goannas. Goannas are a fairly major predator of these little animals. I mean, a pygmy possum literally fits into the palm of my hand, a grown pygmy possum. Whenever you place nest boxes, the very worst thing you can do is place them and walk away from them, because a whole lot of inappropriate species can move in. You've got to be able to check that the animals you want are living in them and not, say, feral bees or sometimes feral bird species. But we will occasionally, with some luck, get sugar gliders and antechinus. Antechinus are carnivorous mice. We've got a hollow piece of timber. At each end, a thin metal plate. I managed to get a carpenter to just clean it out a bit. Okay, so if we're going to fix it, I'm imagining 1 to 1.5 metres, like quite low. Yeah. I quite like it like that. Yeah. So height's not a problem. What do you think?
Does the orientation of the sun make any difference?
Well, yeah, we're making sure it's not facing south. South faces the bad weather, so if you have the hole facing the south,
change. Yeah.
Then if we can find some sort of leaves, they sort of like Petunia leaves or... Yeah, so, but I can't see any.
Is that...
Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'll just fix this lid on. Okay, so...
It'd be handy if we could have some like cameras for it, like the remote cameras.
No, we can get some.
Yeah.
How fine do you want this broken up?
Oh, pretty fine.
Yeah.
Comme ça?
They'll do a lot of it themselves.
Okay, you want to put some bark in, Chris? The area we're placing these nest boxes has recently been burnt. That's good and it's bad. It's good in the sense that we know that they're not going to be threatened by fire in the future. It's bad because a lot of the habitat that we really would have liked to have been present has gone. All the casuarinas, they're gone. Typically we would have fixed these nest boxes to casuarinas or banksias. They're pretty well missing, hence we're fixing them to eucalypts. So we'll probably go a little bit further to the east, put another one in, and then we'll look for a sort of bush that hasn't been burnt. It's thought that these nest boxes we're putting up can survive a bushfire. As long as it's not too hot, they're quite thick. A fire will typically burn over, giving the possums a chance to escape. So off we go. There's a lot more to these how-to videos than you realise. If you want to see how we actually finish setting up all these boxes, come back for part 2.